Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to Date Night, the video game and dating sim Let's Play. Our first date is the Grand Ball, which I'm very excited about. Looks to be Victorian England dating sim. And I'm excited to get underway. So let's just hit the ground running, and I'm sure we'll have some fun and we'll meet some nice ladies. Alright. The Grand Ball is set in Victorian Britain, and after some thorough historical research, we have tried to make this visual novel as authentic as possible while reading this up. Oh boy, okay, we're going too fast. Please bear in mind that this is inspired by historical events and characters, and the views expressed by the characters do not necessarily reflect the views of the development team. This game was designed and developed, produced by a multicultural team of various religious beliefs and faiths. Thursday, 21st September, 1882, Harrington Hall. Alright, let's just get into this. Viscount Blakely. Edgar, my son, come and join me for a moment. There is something of dire importance I must discuss with you. Please take a seat, as this news may distress you. It certainly has upset me. Why, what troubles you, father? I don't know if I can do that voice, I just might give my regular voice. I have just received word from my old friend Admiral Cooper that one of our cutters has sunk off the coast of Chile. My God, that is terrible news. Which cutter did we lose? I'm just gonna try a terrible voice. Unfortunately, we lost Atlantis. No! Not Atlantis. She was the flagship of our trading fleet. Our fastest and largest ship. What happened? She ran afoul of a storm coming in from Cape Horn that drove her through some shoals that tore up her hull. And the crew. All lost to the cruelty of the sea except for the cabin boy and the bassoon's mate. I don't know what that is. What tragic news indeed. What's worse is that we just finished paying for that ship, and on top of that she went down carrying a full shipment of cloth set for Santiago. Man, we are loaded. Oh my. You understand what this means for us? I believe I do, but I dare not utter the words. We must learn to be a man and face the harsh realities of life. And the reality is our house is in deep trouble. We borrowed heavily to invest in purchasing Atlantis and all that cloth. It was our last-ditch effort to save our family's finances. Damn this terrible luck. It seems like this wretched family curse continues to plague us. What options remain for us, father? Not many, I'm afraid. It looks like we had to sell Harrington Hall, many of our ancestral lands in order to settle our debts. No, not the summer house. I do love that. How could we come to this? Are we not one of Britain's great houses? Not anymore, son. Not anymore. House Blakely has been the forefront of English nobility for nearly 600 years. Our knights have been taking center stage of famous battles, like Aragon Court or Port... I don't know what that is, we're just gonna skip it. Gone are the days when members of House Blakely led Britain's armies and stood for her in Parliament. Do not fret, father. I believe I have the solution. We will not need to sell Harrington Hall. Solution? What madness do you speak of, son? Why, just this morning we received an invitation from Lady Amelia Chamberwell to attend her grand autumnal ball this Saturday. Yes, she invites us every year. The Camberwells have always been good friends to House Blakely. I think it's Camberwells. I think it's a Chamberwells. Before? Whatever. I'm sure she's not that important. Despite our clan's diminishing influence, they always invite us to the Grand Ball every year. Your mother enjoys it ever so much. Oh, I love this. This is what I want. They're just the characters from Pip. I'm just Pip from Great Expectations, and this is all I want. I just want to be a great British gentleman is all I've ever wanted to be. It is really one of the most lavish and prestigious events of the year. Precisely. Whatever do you mean, son? Did you not want to tell me that the creme de la creme of British, nay, European society attends that ball every year? Yes, of course. Lady Chamber is known for throwing the best balls in the entire country. The sun never sets on her balls. So allow me to represent our family this year. That's ludicrous. The invitation is addressed to your mother and I. Indeed it is, father, but can you not see the opportunity we have? If the best of British society is going to attend this party, then the richest heiresses will also be in attendance. Oh, am I going to pimp myself out? I am of marriageable age, am I not? Oh, I'm going to pimp myself out. If you allow me to go to this ball, perhaps I can charm a daughter of a wealthy family. If I can do this, then maybe I'll have the means to save our house from this unfortunate path you seem to be heading towards. Son, this sounds so desperate because it is desperate. Who the hell invests in cloth? I'm not sure this is a good idea. But we are desperate, father. Are we really prepared to sacrifice the lands our clan has held for over 500 years? I thought it was 6. I think not. Father, please allow me to do this to save our family from his troubles. He seems hesitant. I am ashamed we have come to this. Nevertheless, it seems like we have no choice. Very well, son. You will go in our stead. Thank you, father. No, thank you, son. Viscos wipes a tear away from his eye. He's so proud that I'm willing to pimp myself out to get this family out of... Oh, now he's proud of me. Now he's proud of me for just whoring myself out like this. I'm very proud of you, son. Your mother raised you... My mother raised me to be a whore. Oh, no. What's this family? You have a noble heart and put others ahead of yourself. You give me too much credit, father. No, I really do not, because I certainly do not teach you to pimp yourself out in this manner. In you, I see 600 years of Blakely knighthood. Oh my god, we're just a family that would just go and pimp ourselves out? Do me proud, son. I will, father. Saturday, Saturday, 23rd, 1892, Worcester, you know, you can read it, screw it. Who are you? Butler, good evening, sir. Oh, Lady Campbell's autumn ball. May I take your coat, sir? Why, yes, thank you ever so much. I got a little achievement at the bottom there. Time to have a ball. Okay, I can do this. It is my pleasure. May I trouble you for your... you know, let's really mess it up. May I trouble for your invitation, sir? My invitation? Yes, the Lord has sent to you, granting you an invitation to this glorious event. May I have it, please? Certainly. May I ask what you need it for? So that I may announce your entrance as you enter the ballroom. Yes, tell everyone all about me. Tell me about me and my handsome face. Of course. I'm terribly sorry, it's been years since I've been to one of these. I've simply forgotten how things go. I understand, sir. Not to worry, I'm sure I'll be back in practice in no time. I certainly hope so. Here's my invitation. You hand over your invitation to the butler. Thank you. Ah, Viscount Blakely. Welcome to Worcester Abbey, my lord. Well, actually, I'm Edgar Blakely, eldest son of Frederick Blakely, Viscount Blakely. Unfortunately, my father had important affairs to attend to, and has sent me in his stead to represent House Blakely. I understand. Please follow me to the ballroom if you'd be so kind. Certainly. Oh, wow. Who are you? She is very pretty, and I like her necklace. Lady Chamberlain, may I present you Edgar Blakely, son of the Viscount Blakely. Lovely. Oh, no, I can't do lady voices. This is gonna be so bad. Lovely. Thank you, Jameson. I can't do this, I'm sorry. We're gonna try. Alright. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, my lady. Oh, that's that's me. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, my lady. Thank you ever so much for the invitation to this magnificent ball. Please, our family maintain. Oh, okay. Please, our family maintain close ties dating back to the glorious Revolution. Goes without saying that our doors are always open to any member of House Blakely. You're too kind, my lady. So how is your father? He's still mourning the passing of his older brother, but he keeps busy with his work. He never expected to inherit the title of Viscount, but he has accustomed himself to the responsibilities involved with it. You know my father? Not as well as I'd like to. I believe he's only attended my autumn ball 4 times. Ah, yes, it was my uncle who attended before, wasn't it? Indeed it was. Your uncle really was such a sweet man. I knew him well and was devastated to hear of his passing. Consumption really is a terrible disease, isn't it? Indeed it is. It matters not whether one is rich or poor. It seems this ghastly disease targets with no discrimination. Okay, I'm gonna have to give this a break, because doing her lady voice is probably messing up everything. Yes, but it seems this awful lady really seems to start faster in the ghettos and the industrial housing sector. One must really make a point of avoiding these parts of the city at all costs. Yes, that's very true, my lady. Is there something wrong, Mr. Blakely? Well, I do hope you forgive me for asking you, my lady, but where are your other guests? Well, they haven't arrived yet. You're the first guest. What? Well, your invitation said the balls will start at 7 in the evening. That is true, but customary guests are often to arrive a bit later than that. Why would they do that? So they don't have to awkwardly converse alone with the host they may or may not know too well. Oh. Oh my. I am ever so sorry, my lady. Mr. Blakely, I'm pulling your leg. Lady Mia raises a loud and hearty laugh. Ha 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 ha. Someone had to come first this time. Someone to come first, and this time it is you. Normally only someone who is close to the host would dare come so early, but I appreciate your punctuality. Again, my apologies, my lady. Please don't apologize. I have thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. Lady Mia turns and waves to Jameson, who has been patiently waiting by the door. Jameson, please come over. You called, my lady? Jameson, dear, if you could be so kind, please give Mr. Blakely a small tour of the estate. It'll be my pleasure, my lady. Oh, good, because I love doing this guy's voice. Mr. Blakely, please allow Jameson to show you around. I must attend some other details in preparation of my ball. I assure you, upon your return, there will be many more guests for you to converse with. Alright, I think I got her voice down much better. You're too kind, my lady. If you'll excuse me. Yeah, my man, Jameson. Would you be so kind to follow me, sir? Certainly. This is the main dining room where you'll be served supper later. You find this agreeable, yes? I think so. Frescoes you see on the wall and the ceiling were hand-painted by a group of artists from Florence. The stained glass windows you see on the left are ordered from the same glass blowers that supply the Remnant Cathedral. Oh, that's quite wonderful. The large mahogany dining table before was brought here by Lady Amelia's grandfather, the Lord Hamley Camberwell, who served as governor of Jamaica. Oh, wonderful. Mr. Blakely, if you're not interested in the toy, I'm more than happy to stop. I'm merely doing this as Lady Amelia has requested me to do so. If you'd rather I fetch you a glass of port, I will gladly oblige. No, please forgive my rudeness, Jameson. It's just that I got the impression I may have offended Lady Amelia during our conversation, and I keep running the conversation through my mind. You were in the room with us. Did you overhear our conversation? Do you think I said anything offensive? Man, my guy is really self-doubting himself. Come on, man, you gotta have some more confidence if we're gonna bag some rich broad. Nothing you said was particularly offensive, my lord. But your actions will somehow... How can I put it? Rough. How so? Well, as Lady Amelia said, coming early to an event where not close to the host is rather poor etiquette. Honestly speaking, she called me to give you a tour. She began to feel uncomfortable. What? Oh no. I must apologize to Lady Amelia right away. I really would not recommend that, sir. I feel that would make things far, far worse. Yes, you're right. I'm terribly sorry. Try not to worry about it so much. Fortunately, Lady Amelia is very understanding. I hope she is. She received her child at a relatively young age, has thus been exposed to a lot of society. She's mature beyond her years, and will not hold this against you. I assure you. Thank you, Jamison. That certainly puts my mind at ease. If I may be so bold, my lord, seems that you're not too accustomed to this sort of thing. No, I am a mannerless clown in this cathedral of high society. Or as he would say, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't true. Well, you're not instructed in the ways of British high society. I mean, your father was a Viscount. He sure would have groomed you to eventually take his place. That's the thing. My father never imagined his brother would die and that he'd have to inherit his father's title. Of course, I received lessons in elocution and manners in my youth, but my studies were far more focused on maritime trade, as that is the business my father went into. I understand. Are you going to teach me how to be a gentleman? How about this, then? How about I help you out tonight? Give you advice and warnings. Be a guardian angel of sort. What do you say? You would do that for me? Of course I would. For a fee, of course. Oh, does he know my scheme? My old man always told me. Son, if you ever get good at doing anything, never offer to do it for free. I think 200 shillings sounds fair. 200 shillings are worth 10 pounds. In 1892, 10 pounds are worth about 1,100 pounds or $1,400 today. 200 shillings? You must be out of your mind. Mere pocket change for the son of a Viscount like yourself. I don't have 200 shillings on me tonight. Then you have come poorly equipped. Jameson sighs and rubs his brow. Very well, you seem like a kind person, so I will lower my price. 100 shillings in cash tonight. What do you say, my lord? This is good. Reject his services. Accept Jameson services. Reject Jameson services. Do I think he's trying to pull a fast one on me? I don't know. My guy kind of sucks. What am I, Edgar? Edgar sucks. I kind of like the idea of having a coach on this. We're gonna accept. You know, listen, if I'm marrying rich, this is all just gonna be, you know, this is all just a drop in the bucket at this point. You hand over 100 shillings to Jameson. Excellent choice, my lord. A sound investment you will not regret. Oh, I am hoping so. I most certainly hope not. I believe there are some more guests arriving. We must return to the ballroom. Make haste. Go back to the ballroom. Good to see there are more guests now. I believe that Lady Amelia is waving me over. Indeed she is. Before you head over, allow me to tell you something. Was that me talking before? Oh, whatever. Indeed she is. Before you head over, allow me to tell you something about the man she is speaking with. That is Captain Richard Matthews, an officer of the 80th Regiment of Foot, an infantry regiment that served in the Zuzu War and the Cape Colony. The son of Field Marshal Sir Alexander Matthews, a close friend of both the late Prince Albert and our Queen Victoria. Okay, so this guy is real high up. Well, my family has a strong military and naval history, so I believe he and I will make fast friends. No doubt about it, my lord, but I urge you to be cautious. Why so? Soon after the 8th Regiment returned from Africa, rumors arose about Captain Matthews. What sort of rumors? There are stories about Captain Matthews claiming his time fighting in the war against the Zulu. The Zulu made him an absolute maniac, a savage, and a sociopath. Okay. Can you grace me on all these stories? Certainly, my lord. Rumors claim that after hearing of the fame of the mighty Zulu warriors, became obsessed with the idea of defeating a Zulu war in hand-to-hand combat. Well, didn't he get the chance to do so in battle? Now, as you know, in battles, the regiments use rifles. Any man breaking ranks or stepping away from the lines of battle to use a sword would be considered a madman, and offered doing such so would certainly lose his commission in a heartbeat. So instead, Captain Matthews, having a captured Zulu enemy be brought to him for a duel. He would offer the Zulu warriors freedom if he could beat him. That doesn't sound so bad. Well, unfortunately, the duel is not what you and I would imagine as a duel. He would equip the poor Zulu warrior with a wooden stick and he would fight using a saber. Oh, this guy's a jerk. Of course, such a terribly mismatch who would win. Of course, with such a terrible mismatch, he would normally win, but every now and then he would face an extremely skilled Zulu warrior that was able to outfox him despite being so poorly armed. So what happened in those situations? Well, unbeknownst to his opponent, Captain Matthews would have his service revolver tucked inside his tunic. If he felt the fight was not going his way, he would simply shoot the Zulu warrior to ensure his victory. What a coward! Surely must have been reprimanded or punished by superior officers for such behavior, as we are all gentlemen. Well, that's the thing. With the father being so extremely powerful in the army, many of his commanding officers were too afraid to reprimand him, let alone take punitive actions against his conduct. My goodness! It doesn't end there. There's another story about a young lieutenant that wanted to write a report about Captain Matthews and his horrid behavior of horrid treatment of war prisoners. Apparently, Captain Matthews got hands on the report, and lo and behold, that young lieutenant's tent would happened to suffer a lion attack the next night. Oh boy. They never found the body. Don't these stories sound rather fanciful to you? I can hardly imagine such a monster existing in the army. What? I mean, where did you hear these stories from? A staff sergeant is brother of our gameskeeper here. That's where we heard that's where we heard about all this. Rather chillingly, I've heard the same stories about Captain Matthews from other sources, which only corroborates these claims further. That is worrisome, but I can hardly ignore the invitation of Lady Amelia. What should I do? I do agree that ignoring Lady Amelia would be extremely rude and a definite faux pas considering your recent interaction. No, I recommend you join them in conversation, but keep a courteous distance from Captain Matthews. Understood. Avoid Captain Matthews. Yes, but don't antagonize him either. He is, after all, extremely well-connected, and may decide to make your life a living hell if he begins to get a strange feeling about your character. A fine balance must be kept. I understand. Precisely, but whatever you do, do not try not to be alone with him. Now go, we've spoken long enough. I'll approach you again once your conversation ends. Thank you, Jameson. Okay, that was some good lowdown. We got... Oh, okay. Alright, so you're like evil Disney prince. You're like Hans. Alright. Lady Amelia. Mr. Blakely, come, there's someone I'd like to introduce you to. Captain Matthews, this is Mr. Edgar Blakely, the son and heir of the Viscount Blakely. Mr. Blakely, this is Captain Richard Matthews from the 80th Regiment of Foot. He served bravely in the Zulu Wars in Cape Colony. He is now stationed on island to quell the rebels there. It's an honor to meet your acquaintance, Captain. The honor is all mine, old sport. Would you be related to Vice Admiral? Would you be related to Vice Admiral Rupert Blakely? Yes, he was my great-grandfather's brother. I thought you would be. My grandfather served with him in the Nile. Oh, did he? What a small world. Well, when it comes to protecting our great empire, a certain few families have stood at the forefront. It's honor to say that both our families. Is an honor to say that both our houses have served our great nation in this respect. Indeed, it is. House Blakely has a long history of military service. Have you not thought of serving our great empire in such a fashion? Okay. Didn't want a military life. Poor health impeded me. I hate imperialism. Okay, so if I feel like I'm going to insult him if I pick poor. I feel like I'm going to insult him if I say I didn't want a military life. Poor health impeded me is going to make me sound like a weakling in front of Amelia. And I hate imperialism. I think it's just going to set him off. Crap. You know what? I'd rather piss him off than piss off Amelia. So we're going to try this one. If I am honest, I did not fancy the life of a soldier for myself. Oh, why so? Both my parents come from families with long military traditions, and I have seen that it's hard to maintain both a successful family life and raising a military career. For example, one of my mother's sisters is married to a Royal Navy captain and is never home. His children barely know who he is and maintain a distant relationship as he is never home. Then one of my older cousins fought and died at the Battle of Isselwanda 3 years ago. I've seen how his wife and children are devastated by the loss. Okay, this is good. We're making me look like a family man. I kind of like this. I do not wish to give my own family this sort of grief. While I respectfully disagree with your statement about having both a successful family life and military, I nevertheless wish to express my absolute admiration and sympathy for your cousin. I am sorry for your loss. Thank you, Captain. Yes, that is true. I completely agree with the oh, damn it. Okay, alright, she's simply with the captain. You are too kind, milady. Now I must press you on us. Now I must try to tell us a story about your time in Africa. Well, if you insist, I really don't have a choice, do I? No, you do not, Captain. Very well, I will tell the story about the Manzubavu mankiller? No, you have not. Please regale us with this tale. Do I like where this is going? Stay and listen. Excuse yourself. I feel like it's rude to excuse myself. I'm gonna stay. Yes, this story sounds most intriguing. Oh, I don't know how exciting it will be for you. You're such a tease, Captain. I implore you to begin the tale forthwith. It was August 1879. My regiment was camped by the Mississippi River. We were stationed there to accompany the Royal Engineers and the Sepoy laborers if they were completing a new bridge over the river. I'm not going to say, I'm just going to say the river. Just on the second night of the project, one of our camps was attacked at night. The boy heard roars and screams, and when everyone woke up and lit fires, they found 2 tents at the edge of the camp had been torn up and were filled with blood. The bodies nowhere to be found. That's terrifying. Indeed it was. My commanding officer assigned a young lieutenant called Roger Morrow and I to investigate the matter. Initially we suspected that perhaps there had been foul play between the sepoys. After all, they were known to gamble with each other after work hours, and this could have been revenge. Anyways, we began to investigate the torn up tents. We realized the extent of the destruction of the tents and the disappearance of the 2 bodies made it unlikely that it was murder. Why do you say that? In the time between the roars and screams being heard, The guard on duty reached the torn tents within 2 minutes. Insufficient time to tear the tents apart, so savagely murder the occupants and then take the bodies away. Man, this is getting heavy. Furthermore, we found large paw marks around the tents and trail blood leading in. Oh god, the lion. Lions? Precisely. So what did you do next? Well, Lieutenant Mara and I knew we had no other choice but to hunt the beast down. And it tasted the flavor of man flesh and would never cease hunting men to its dying day. So Lieutenant Mara and I packed up a week's provisions, loaded up our rifles, and went to track this terrible fiend. After 2 days of tracking the animal through African brush, we found its trail leading to a small, windy hill. Tomorrow I climbed the hill, and as we reached the top, we could no longer find any trace of the beast. From the hills we saw a small stream in the valley. We just emptied our flasks and decided to go to the stream to refill them. When we got there, we began to fill our flasks, and suddenly we heard a mighty roar. We turned left, and not 400 feet away from us was the mighty lion charging at us. Lieutenant Mara and I both got shot into the beast, but it shot forward like a bolt of lightning. Leapt onto the young lieutenant, seemingly unfazed by the shots, we had fired and mauled him. I landed my rifle to try to shoot the lion at its head when suddenly it dropped Lieutenant Mara from his jaw and turned to me. I pulled the trigger, but no bang came from my gun. It had jammed. The lion, detecting the peril I was in, began charging at me. At this point, I drew my saber just as the lion's jaw reached my face and thrust my sword through its throat. It sliced off his head. Incredible! What a hero! But what happened to Lieutenant Morrow? He got mauled. He's dead. Unfortunately, the mauling of the lion left young Lieutenant mortally wounded. I reached him. He grabbed my tunic and said with his last breath, "Captain Matthews, an honor serving under you. The British Army has no finer officer than you." I then buried him at the valley and brought the lion's head back to the camp, where I gave it to my commanding officer as a gift. Bravo! What a thrilling story. I have many more where that came from. Then I'm sure I will be well entertained tonight. Look yonder, there is the Baron Elizabeth Highborough. Highbrow? Let's say Highborough. I simply must introduce you to her. I look forward to it. Well, how did it go, sir? You know, upon meeting the captain, I initially thought perhaps the rumors you told me about him were some kind of sick joke. I found him to be admissible, friendly, and a rather good chap. But then we got to that story about him slaying the lion, I realized he must be Britain's biggest charlatan. Oh yes, the lion story. At dinner time, watch how the captain fares slicing his beef Wellington, then tell me if you think he was able to lop off a lion's head in one fell swoop. Man, Jameson is so witty. Haha. I should be dating Jameson. You have quite the wit, Jameson. You give me too much credit, sir. So who do you recommend I speak to next? Do you see that lady over there wearing the green dress? With the auburn hair and the emerald eyes? Oh, she sounds... Oh, I keep giving myself Jameson voice. Precisely, sir. That is Christine Richmond, potentially one of the most aptly named people you could ever meet. Why do you say that? Because she's one of the wealthiest heiresses you could ever hope to meet. Oh, this is it. Really? Tell me more. Certainly, sir. Her father owns the prestigious Pennsylvania Railroad Corporation. The company wanted to build, the country to build all the railways in the South after the destruction in the American Civil War. Oh, okay, so she's a war profiteer. Alright, I like this. My father also owns various steel factoring plants and a Philadelphia newspaper, too. Interesting. So she's an American, then? Yes, don't you know? The world is changing ever so quickly. Now all the richest people are Americans. You would do well to get yourself an American oh, yes. Wait, how did you... Oh, Mr. Blakelet, do you think you are the only disenfranchised noble here looking for better fortunes? There are dozens of young second and third sons and daughters scouring the ballroom looking for passage to the new world. Fortunately for you, you had the good sense to hire me, and I'll be your most invaluable ally in securing you an excellent future for yourself. Ah, I knew it. Jameson! Anyway, you must knock the house before some suitor goes to talk to her. Make haste! I love this guy. I love this guy so much. Oh, okay. Man, she is pretty. Okay, alright. I'm feeling good about this one. You approach Christine and find her staring at the entrees being served. You look a bit confused. You can grab some, it won't kill you. This is... I don't know, this is tough. You look a bit confused. Definitely helpful. Good icebreaker. You can grab some, won't kill you. I think if she likes it, I'm gonna win her heart. And she's American. I'm hoping she's a little brash. You can grab some, it won't kill you. There we go. Christine giggles. I know it's food. It's just a lot of these dishes I've never seen before, so I'm studying them. Food with Indian flair is all the rage in British high society these days, thanks to our conquest of India. So we have food from all over the subcontinent, premiering in every gala. Clearly. I detect a bit of an accent off you. American. That is correct. I bet I stick out like a sore thumb around here. I find the American accent charming. I quite like the sound of the American accent. A subtle claritude that I find highly attractive. Oh, you're coming on too strong. Dial it down, dial it down. Christine Richmond. Thank you. That's the first time I ever heard anyone say that. My name's Christine Richmond. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Edgar Blakely. The pleasure's all mine. So what brings you here in England? My father is turning 60 this year, so we're going to do a grand tour of Europe. That sounds lovely. What countries are you visiting? Actually, England is the last stop on our tour. We docked in Amsterdam. From there, we took the train to Frankfurt. Then to Berlin. After they went to Vienna, and from there went to Milan, then Rome, then spent 2 enchanting weeks in Paris. That's quite the adventure you've been on. You must have been traveling for a while. Yes, we've been touring for nearly 2 months, and that's not even including the voyage from New York to Amsterdam across the Atlantic. Well, at least if you got your money's worth from your cruise over. This is true. So how do you like Europe? Europe is something I dreamed to be in more. Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of walking the streets of Vienna, having breakfast at a cafe in Paris, and watching the opera in Berlin. You seem like quite the Europhile. Yes, that describes me perfectly. How about England? Do you like it here? London reminds me a lot of the other East Coast major cities like London and Philadelphia, so I didn't find it that exciting. I absolutely love the countryside in the Midlands, especially here in Derbyshire. I can see why they call this place the Garden of Britain. I also really enjoyed visiting all the castles you have in Scotland and Wales. Oh, you get the hell out of here. No, this is mine. You get out. You get you and your sword and your lies out of here. Blakely! You're one sneaky fox keeping this rose away from the rest of us. I never intend to do anything of the like. I'm just pulling your leg, Mr. Blakely. Can't you tell? Captain Matthews. How have you enjoyed the ball thus far? A lot more now that there are more people around. Didn't I tell you could start calling me Rich? Oh, no. No. I must have forgotten. I met so many people that day. I can only remember so much for each person. I guess the thing I remember most about you is that you were an army captain and that your last name was Matthews. Yeah, okay, let's... Great first impression here. Well, I must insist that you call me Richard Posthaste. You back? If you insist. Oh, no. There, see? That wasn't so hard, was it, Christine? No, it wasn't. I'm terribly sorry, but you have to excuse me. I have not created our host yet, and I see an opportunity to do so now. I see you've met Miss Richmond before. Yes, I met her dinner party hosted by the American ambassador last week. Oh, I hate him so much. I see you've taken quite a liking to her. Oh, whenever I see a beautiful man, I can't help myself. Just like that lion. So you admit you have feelings for her? Please, Mr. Blakely, not some innocent schoolboy with a crush. I cast my net far and wide. You know what? You know what? Let's just do this. You know what? I'm gonna pick a fight with him. That is shameful. That may be so, Blakely, but it's awfully effective. One of the first lessons I've learned one of the first lessons I've learned when I was an officer in training was always to scout your field before advancing my troops. So do you have any hobbies, Captain? I certainly do, Mr. Blakely. When I'm not too busy with my duties serving the Queen, I do enjoy a nice spot of hunting. Oh, a huntsman. Well, after hearing your lion story, I'm certainly not surprised. How about you, Mr. Blakely? Have you ever been hunting? Why, yes, I have. My grandfather was very fond of the sport, and I often went with him. Splendid. Why did you hunt? Mostly either foxes or boars. Every now and then we got lucky and got to hunt a deer. Oh yes, hunting deer is a lot of fun. You know what? Lady Chamberlain's property has a lot of deer. As a matter of fact, she was telling me that she has too many, and quite a few have dared into her private garden eating her tulips. Oh, how dastardly of them. How about we do a spot of hunting now, old sport? Like this very instance? Absolutely. Lady Chamberlain's gamekeeper has got his hands on the newest Winchester rifles from America. Tried them out just the other week, and they have the smoothest action you could possibly imagine. I would love to, but it would not be rude to disappear in the middle of a party. Nonsense. Partly it's hard, sir, and not half the guests have arrived yet. Come on, old sport, don't be a wet rag. What do you say? Go hunting with Captain Matthews. Decline respectfully. Listening to Jameson on this, decline respectfully. Terribly sorry, Captain, but I must decline. It would offend Lady Amelia if we left now. Fine. Suit yourself. Perhaps I'll walk around the ballroom for a while and see if I can find any real men around. What a pity. You are starting so well with Mr. Min. Indeed. If only that ruffian Matthews hadn't interrupted us. I suspect he will continue to be a thorn in your side for the rest of you, so keep your wits about you. Yeah, I thought he was going to kill me. If we did that. Okay, I'm going to call it an episode here. Let me know what you think. Do you like the voices? Do you hate the voices? Do you just want me to shut the hell up and just read like this? So we can do that too. Alright, but I'm gonna call an episode here. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. No spoilers, please. Alright. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been Date Night. I hope you guys come back and join us for part 2 of the Grand Ball.